Just touched down, back on road. Counting money, man, you know how it goes. Hit the VIP and tell my bitch to strike a pose. Hop in mode, hop in mode. Just touched down, back on road. Counting money, man, you know how it goes. Hit the VIP and tell my bitch to strike a pose. Hop in mode, hop in mode.
Yo, man, I got my brother, dog. I don't think y'all understand how far me and Rick go back. We go back real far, man. Man, cool guy, tough guy, always been a bull. But man, we got y'all very Milwaukee native, Milwaukee Riverside alumni, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, aka UWM alumni. And we have a 6-year pro overseas, you know what I'm saying? And we have the CEO of Franklin Electric, man, Ricky Franklin. I appreciate you coming to the Barcode Podcast, bro.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, for sure, man. But before we start, I have a couple true false questions, all right?
Yep.
So the first one, the heart of a shrimp is located in his head.
I'm gonna go false.
Damn, Rick, that's wrong, bro. That's true. The heart of a shrimp is in their head, man. That's crazy.
I'll mess with the seafood, so I guess that'll be that's understandable.
You don't mess with the seafood. Okay, that's enough.
Shaky.
Okay, next one, Rick. Manute Bol once killed a lion with a spear.
I'm gonna go false.
That's wrong, Rick. He did kill a lion with a spear. He killed.
See, man, man, I never heard of that, so I don't want to go straight to the stereotype right there.
I get that a lot though, for real, Rick.
That's shaky.
Right. Last one, Rick. Bananas grow upside down.
True.
That's true, Rick. Yes. Let's go, baby. I appreciate it.
Hey, Manute Bol killed a lion, bro.
Hey, but dude, ain't that funny though? Bananas like grow upside down, bro. Like, come on, man. Who knows that? Like, a lot of people probably don't know that. Of course, I had to research it. So
I had to go to the picture. I had the picture.
Yeah, for real, man. Thanks for participating in that, though, for real, Rick, dog. Warming us up, man, and yeah. So now, man, let's get into it, though, man. Like I told y'all before, me and Rick been knowing each other for a long time, man, and I actually got a funny story that he's still holding over my head right now to this day.
So, hey, we got.
Yeah. So me and Rick was with each other every day in 8th grade, y'all. That summer, Coach Lucky used to come get us every day, take us to our games, warning, you name it. I'm enrolled in Riverside, Rick going to Riverside. Everybody know we about to be the 1-2 punch. Fast forwarding, I go to an open gym at Vincent High School because my cousin played football there. And I dominate. And I don't know, a lot of y'all know I dominated in middle school. So I go up there, I dominate the open gym. I wind up transferring, going to Vincent. Ricky Franklin gives me a call the first day of school and said, dog, where was you at? And I said, oh, dog, I go to Vincent. He said, no, man, come on, man, transfer, dog, come on. So Ricky holds that over my head, y'all. And I'm bringing up that story, Rick, to really just, come on, bro, I love you, man. Look, it's 2022 and we talking now, man. Can you let it go, Rick, man? Come on, man.
I ain't letting it go, but I understand. I ain't gonna say that I don't understand, but I ain't letting it go. I say I spent the first week of school walking around looking for dogs every day. This was before the cell phones. We really had cell phones, so I really didn't see Q unless I called his house phone or seen him. I'm like, I don't see him. I think I seen. Was that playground? Was that practice or something? I seen you at? and playground. I'm like, man, what's going on? You know, he over there with Marcus, Billy, Javon, you know what I'm saying, Nick, Queese, Will, all of them. Like, oh, the whole week of school, though, I'm walking around looking for dogs. Don't see him.
Oh, Rick, man.
Oh,
Oh, man. And Rick been attacking me for years, y'all, behind this stuff. Oh, man. And I'm glad we finally able to, like, really talk about it and let everybody know, like, you know, for those who don't know, like, yeah, I was enrolled in Riverside. That was the school. Vincent was not my choice at all. Like, me and Rick was going to be the 1-2 punch. Luck promised that we was playing varsity. And everyone knows, Rick, when you was a freshman, you was on varsity. You know what I'm saying? I would have been a part of that too. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know, Rick, who influenced you? Who inspired you to play basketball?
my dad, and then I would go. It would be my dad and my brother. But man, I remember when I was younger, my dad played for Lincoln back in the day. So I would always I'm always going to they had the Lincoln and the North alumni game. So you know what I'm saying? I'm every weekend we going to play, going to work out, going to practice. So man, just seeing Pops out there playing, Pops was, older, but he's still killing all the old dudes. So, you know what I'm saying, that really inspired me. And then my brother, man, I say ever since I turned 11, 12, I was going to play with the grown dudes every day. So, they embraced me, picked me up, actually let me play. So just to be out there and to learn from them guys and for them to even have the confidence in me to play, that was really inspiring for me, and really helped my confidence. To you go out there and get a bucket or two against some grown folks, it make you feel good about yourself. But I would say just my pops and my brother, man, they really really inspired me. Really, you know, kind of taught me, as far as working hard and stuff like that. The only difference is they never really said nothing on the court. I think I used to say a little bit more than they did.
Yeah.
But Pops never talked. Bro, a little bit, but I think I talked a little more woofing than they did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those two.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, Rick, man, it's just always good to hear, who inspired all of us to play sports and stuff. And for you to have your father and your big brother in your life, that's, it's a blessing, because, us being from the inner city, it's a lot of single parent homes. And for your
Yeah.
father to be around, like that was major. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And speaking of family and brothers, is it just you and your brother? Do you have sisters? Like, what's your sibling count looking like?
Two brothers and one sister. Younger brother, older sister, older brother. And my brother is who, I got the company with, Franklin Electric with. So my dad is in there too, but my dad, he older now. He work there once in a while now. But
Yeah,
he the one taught us.
yeah, exactly.
Taught us the trade.
And dude, I wanted to add this too, Rick. Now, you was a point guard, and the frame that you had, like, did you have that frame when you first started out playing basketball? Because you like a big, solid dude, man.
Man, I've been pretty big, man. I guess I was fat when I was younger. but man, been pretty big, dog. And I would say the point guard role, man, that really didn't come on me till like I say UW. Um, you always bring the ball up the floor. When you leading scorer, you scoring. You always bring the ball up. But I guess the point guard mind frame that really didn't reach me to like UW. Like maybe freshman, sophomore year. After sophomore year is when I really got converted over, like truly converted over. But I it was one of those things where I was over there with Al and Avery and stuff like that. Al ended up turning shooter. Avo was one scoring. So, what I'm saying, they needed somebody to handle the rock, kind of facilitate the offense. So, me and Al kind of shared that role.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of transitioning me to that because, Al was about to leave. So.
Okay. So that's when everything came about with the point guard. Now,
Yeah.
now with the talent that you had, Ricky, what made you choose Riverside High School?
Honestly, man, I was set to go to Hamilton. Yeah. Because you had those guys coming to the games and stuff in middle school and stuff like that. You always had the Perry there from Tech. You always you had a couple other schools, that was just there. I never really heard too much from Vincent. I heard a little stuff from King, but they were powerhouse at that time, so they didn't say too much, but it was little traction because we always played there. But man, it was just like, man, I wasn't nobody at Hamilton. And then my brother went there when he was younger. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna go over here and kill. You know what I'm saying? Sort of thing. And then I took the test and everything at Riverside and got in, but I wasn't really swaying towards that. But when you told me you was going to Riverside, man, it was like you know what I'm saying? It's by the crib. You know what I'm saying? The coach knew my pops.
Mm-hmm.
They played together. So it was just like, man, it was just like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and go to the East. I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So it wasn't really, I ain't even, well, I know a couple of people that went there, like Dre, Big L, I heard playing with them in the summer. But yeah, I was about to go over to Hamilton, man, and try to get it in. They had some guys over there, was Muhammad, they had a couple guys over there when I would have been our freshman year, but they was on their way out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ooh, Rick, man, well, you killed at Riverside too, but man, imagine going to Hamilton. Oh my God, Rick. So yeah, that would have been crazy, dog.
look
So
different.
yeah, it would have been different. So man, you choose Riverside and you on varsity out gate. And like you said, you had I remember a young Dre. I remember L. I remember Melvin. What was some practices like for you coming out of
Little
middle?
Bob.
Oh, little Bob. Oh my God, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Bob. If you watching this, I apologize.
Coming, man. It was crazy competitive. Like, man, cause Dre, L, Melvin, Bob. Bob he was crazy with the rock. So man, then that's when B Croft came over. When B came, so it was like it was real competitive, man, and they're gonna throw you right in the fire. You gotta play, you gotta hold by out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And then they had Tim Baker that came over from Mesmer. You know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of cats, man. So it was real competitive, bro. Um, a lot of people talking crazy. I don't know if we supposed to be cursing on the podcast, but a lot of cats out here talking crazy. And just a lot of buckets, bro. Like I say that summer in open gym, man, that was my first time meeting Bob.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm saying? Ain't nobody telling you. You know what I'm saying? So, how you hold cats in middle school, you putting up, you pressuring up. Yeah, that was probably the wrong cat to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Trying to run out there and it was competitive, but it was an eye opener, dog, to really know what you about to expect in high school. Because I didn't follow a lot of high school. You hear stuff from other people, but I wasn't, man. Middle school, I wasn't going to high school games. I wasn't really, really paying attention to. I didn't really play AAU then. So like I don't really know nobody type of thing. So it was real competitive, but it was eye opening to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, and with that group of guys, and like you said, it was competitive in practice. And, you know, all this stuff is new to you. But how much did you learn from them your freshman year?
Man, man, I learned a lot actually. Just as far as defensively, kind of knowing your assignments, um, you know, when to kind of slow down in certain areas, you know, the game didn't have to be fast. You know what I'm saying? And coming from middle school, that's all I really knew. Like you was getting up and down. Um, but you know, just you know, it is about putting the ball in the hole, but it was, you know, it was a certain way you had to do it. You know, it was a structure. It was you know, it was kind of something to be taught. You know what I'm saying? It was everybody was more athletic at the high school level. So, you know, every time you go up a level is you got to learn something, you know, to be better. So it, it was a lot of crazy talking though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things to get used to. You know, you 14, you walking in here and there's grown men in here, cats getting dunked on. That was the first time I got dunked on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
Who dunked on you, Rick?
Big L. You know what I'm saying? Off the vert though. I ain't even. I mean, just like I'm there, I'm going for a rebound. We come down together. He go up dunk on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and push me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You learn, man. You know, you live, you learn.
Yeah, man. And with all that stuff going on in practice, Rick, then you know, you go into, you know, the city conference, your city conference play, all that type of stuff. Sitting on the bench, you know, evaluating and everything. Did you understand while the game was going on, did you start understanding why practice was so aggressive and all the pushing and the shit talking and all that? Did you understand that while sitting on the bench when conference play started and stuff?
Yeah. So, and that's one of the things. Like, I guess I noticed, but it was always kind of after because it was like I ain't never. I said I was on the bench a little bit, but they always threw me in the fire. Like, you know, you starting this game, and it's like, okay, you holding pre. So my first year, I held um, all that went to Madison
Mike
shooter.
Bridges? Oh no.
The shooter that was real nice.
Is it Gino, the light skinned dude or something?
No. He was
Brandon Miller.
B Mill, pre B Mill, GB, Boo,
Yeah.
all there was at Juno, OT. Um, who else, dog?
Man, shit, Rick, you already said enough demons. Shit.
And I'm just saying this out the gate, like now I told you I don't really watch no, you know, but I knew GB, I knew Boo. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know B Mill. I knew Pre, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm in the fire, bro. Like you starting it, you starting off on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a, you know, it was good that that's what happened, you know, as I see later on in the years, but it was just like, you know, it was what it was, you know, and of course those guys, you know, they older guys, you know, they gonna beat up on you a little bit. Um, I would say Pre probably was the only one that was like Pre was more so facilitating the game type of thing. That well that time I played against.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, you learn a lot, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So with you being a freshman, Rick, and you holding the Greg, the Boo, the Brandon Miller, these guys are seniors. They on their way out the door, and this turn-up year for them. Did they attack you because it's like, oh man, this is a freshman?
Wow.
Yeah.
Every chance they got. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, I made sure, I was gonna bump them here and there and stuff like that, but you know how they looking at me.
Yeah.
You're a young boy.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Come set this pick. He don't know how to get around these picks yet. And I say B Mill was the one. He talking cash shit.
Be meal for you, yes.
Mill was a fool. You know what I'm saying? But he talking cash shit. Like, man, I don't even know who this dog. I don't even know who dude is.
Yeah, I grew up with Mill. Yeah.
I don't even know who dog is, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, why dude hold me? You know what I'm saying? Like, he cash. Like,
Hold on, that's what he was saying? Like, why
yeah,
talking to you?
yeah, cash shit. Cash shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still the same way. I'm still bumping niggas, here and there, but that was like, you're a freshman, man. They gonna welcome you in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I was sitting on the bench, you did get to evaluate certain stuff. So like when I would sit down, I watched kind of how Dre was doing things. I watched how Bob was doing things. As far as like defensively, I would make sure I watch what they were doing. Offensively, they gonna do what they gotta do, but it was more so like when I was out, I would be watching to see what they were doing offensively to see where I can kind of sneak in and get my shots, get them buckets in, shoot my couple trays, stuff like that. But yeah.
Just man, Rick, just thinking about it, like, man, that could have been me, dog. You know what I'm saying? We would have been out there too. You know what I'm saying? But we at our, when we was coming out of 8th grade though, Rick, we was competitors, dog. We didn't back down from no challenge, dog.
Yeah.
So and for you, Rick, of course, I played JV out gate, but for you got that experience early. You got to jump on us early. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that senior class, just in the conference. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Riverside was a good team. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of Riverside, though, that team that you were on, what happened? Like, I was expecting y'all to like have a nice state run, go upstate. Like, who did y'all fall short to, Rick?
What did we lose today? I think we lost to Tulsa East. But that was the year we lost to Tulsa East.
That was the year they beat Vincent. You remember that? Upstate, they beat Vincent.
That's when they had
Andy Swarms. No, not Al. No, I mean not
no,
Al.
that was my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Who did we lose to my freshman? That was my sophomore year. Tulsa East beat it.
Okay.
Who did we lose to my freshman year? I don't even know who we lost to my freshman year.
Oh, okay. Well, you was a freshman, Rick. You probably like, shit, you get out the door.
I don't remember who we lost to that year. I really don't remember. But I thought we were how people was talking about it, I thought we was gonna be, at least competing to go upstate. I thought we had a real good team. I can't even remember who we lost to, bro. It'll come back to me probably after we get off this, but we had I know we had a lot of the guys with names, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know what it was, bro. Like a lot of them guys said it was the coaching.
What you think?
I ain't never had a problem with luck.
I know you didn't. That's what I'm about to say. What you think?
I don't know what it was, bro. I feel like we had the guys, but we had a lot of controversy on the team. But and that probably what it was. Certain guys, wanted to shoot the ball. Certain guys felt like it should be their time to have the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I think it could have been a little bit of. I think it was a little bit of both the team and the coaching, because he should have nipped some of that in the bud out the gate. and he didn't. So it just carried over in the time where it was time to win.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now, Rick, L leaves, Melvin leave, a young Draylon transfer.
Yeah.
Now you got B. Croft, Ricky Franklin, Lindsey Crawford. I think y'all got Gino, right?
That's what Gino first year. And then, we still had Bob too.
Y'all did still have Bob. Y'all have Bob. So now you didn't play varsity. You know what this shit look like. You know what the city conference like. What's your how you feeling going into your sophomore year now? When it's like almost the Bob and Ricky Franklin show.
I think it's sweet. That's when I had just got them hops. I thought it was sweet. I said, oh, it's sweet. We about to run that. We about to run at everything. But and we did okay, but that was before that's before Gino was Gino.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this one Gino was like, it was just straight ground game for Gino. Like he wasn't dunking on, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That came a little later.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
So we were still competitive, but this one, I think the year before, that's when Bob dislocated his shoulder. Bob's shoulder came out shit damn near every other game. You know what I'm saying? I remember King game, it came out, man. That was the first time I saw it. And that was some of the nastiest stuff I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So he was struggling with that the whole year. His shoulder, every time, Bob wasn't big, Bob was little.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So anytime, he go through a pick or he bump into somebody, it slip out every time.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? And then that's the year me and Brian got in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I think we started off well that first part of the season. And then, my grade slipped, B grade slipped, Bob's shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So, some of the other guys did step up, like, Lindsey and, Pat and stuff like that. But it wasn't like, what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We asked a lot out of guys that we want to ask so much for at first.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of hold us over till we was able to come back. And we weren't able to come back. And we would have beat Tulsa East, we would have been able to come back. And that's when they beat us.
Yeah, okay.
Jerry was too much, man.
Yeah.
He was only a freshman, but he was too much, bro.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. Hey, Al said Jerry had a goatee when he was in 4th grade.
Bro, I've never seen him without a goatee in my life since I met him. He's not lying.
Yeah.
He's been the same size since 7th grade.
That's crazy. Man child.
He's been the same size.
Man child. Hold on, Rick. Now you talking about losing Tulsa East. Come on, dog. Now, I gotta bring this up, man. Now you know this is gonna happen throughout the show, man. Y'all lost to Tulsa East, but man, you forgot another team, man. You forgot that you lost to Vincent that year, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't beat Vincent, dog. Y'all beat. No, was that the year y'all beat us on the buzzer beater?
Yeah, Billy made it. Yeah.
Buzzer beater. Oh, we was salty. B was salty, dog. Cause B did a real good job against Billy that game too. Like he did a real good job. He's holding Billy, and then for him to hit that shot, B was just talking about that like last month, dog. He was mad, dog. Did you know how cats be in the group and they brung it up like, yeah, Billy hit that shot on you.
Man, dog. I remember like yesterday. First of all, Rick,
off the glass.
Dog, off the glass, dog. Let's not forget this though, Rick. Even though I was just talking shit, it was a good game. Yeah, I remember going in that game. Yes.
Like 40. I think it was like 42-44. Y'all beat us by the 2 at to get the buzzer going.
Yeah, dog. Good game, dog. Good game, bro. I'm telling you, I remember it like yesterday, man. It for me at that time, man, it was always exciting playing like guys that, you know, you played against, you know, in middle school, you know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying? I was just like you, Rick. I didn't know some of these upperclassmen, you know what I'm saying? I knew our class, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, back to it, Rick. So man, you get in there, Rick, and I I heard it wasn't your first year getting in there. And I'm bringing this up to say, Rick, because I feel like the years you've been at Riverside and the teams that you had, I think, and you was one of the best players in 2005. I think you had a good chance to make a state run. Now, do you think if you got your grades, Rick, staying on top of school, that y'all would have a real fighting chance to go upstate?
Yeah, because you know it messes up the momentum of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, this person is doing this. You know, that year I was playing kind of big, maybe like threefold that year. So man, you playing kind of big. You know, man, I'm averaging 10, 12 rebounds a game. You know, you doing certain stuff. Now do it in there. That's it. You know, it messes up the momentum of the game. It changes people's roles. You know what I'm saying? Now Bob got a score now. You know what I'm saying? Like he was, you know, he always could, you know, get it in, but now he has to score.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Lindsey got a score. That's when Mike B was there. Mike got a score. You know, it messes up the momentum of the season and it changes the whole game plan in the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now they got to make the run without you because you can't come back unless y'all go to the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
I feel like my grades was good. It'd have been a different story, man. But you know, that's something I always think about, man. I wasn't on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Not coming to school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chilling at
Yeah.
the crib. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. That's the thing. Like, man, I'm at the crib. Man, I'm just not going to school. Mom's gone. She don't know I'm at the crib. So I'm just being late at the crib. I don't feel like going to school today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nonsense, bro. Childish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I feel like it changed. It changed the momentum of the season, and you know, it changed. It changed how everything was viewed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I do want to ask you, and I know this your brother, and this is my guy too. But I want to know where Ricky Franklin was at when Mike Taylor had 40 on Mike Bonds.
I was in the game. So I told you back then I always kind of played big, so I was like holding like Marvell or somebody. You know, big. I was holding Marvell. So, man, I remember I just remember going to halftime. You remember Rock?
Yeah.
Man, dude with the black one, he's like, man, y'all got him out here looking like LeBron James. I'm like, man, who the hell is LeBron James? Man? Like, what you talking about? But dog, he was like, you know, I played AAU with Mike. This before the growth spurt and all that, but Mike always had game. You know what I'm saying? Like he just didn't get the opportunity. But you know what I'm saying? Then Mike caught that little growth spurt and somebody gave him the rock. And that was it. That's all he needed was the ball. You know what I'm saying? He waited his turn. You know what I'm saying? And Cass was out the way and it was time for him to go. Mm-hmm. But man, that first half, man, he was going. And then after that, it was over with. There wasn't no stopping him after that. You know, when a cat get to going, fam, it's hard to slow him down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And man, Mike was crafty with that rock, dog. It wasn't really much he was gonna be able to do with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Mike tried, you know what I'm saying? He tried to slow him down, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I think Mike took that a little personal though. You know, Mike played AAU with us. All of us, like me, Mike T, Marvell, all that. And you know what I'm saying? For a while, yeah, Mike T was on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that was something Mike T wanted to show. At the end of the day.
He was starting over me. Like,
I've been sitting behind dog for years, Like, yeah, I was there though.
Yeah.
They got all these recordings, but they nobody put that video of how I dunked on them that game. Nobody put that up. They lost that part of the film.
No, they lost that. I need to see that too.
Nasty too. But I keep every time somebody posts it, I'm like, Mike T, what the other part of the video was?
Yeah.
Stop laughing. Don't put that up, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was there, man, front and center, bro. Like,
I'm already going.
You done warmed him up. I ain't finna switch off on him. You gone now.
Yeah, exactly. Man, shout out to Mike Bonds, Mike Taylor, man. You know y'all the bros, man. Yeah. So Frank, with you having issues with getting your grades and stuff. I'm just fast forwarding to senior year. Did that hurt, like you getting like first team conference player of the year, awards and stuff?
It hurt everything. Recruiting, you know what I'm saying? It hurt everything. I say until some of the people around the way knew who I was, like, Whitewater, Parkside. Bruce Pearl we always played in the summer league tournament. But Bruce Pearl offered me my sophomore year. I won like MVP of the camp in the summer. So he offered me then. But he knew. But a lot of people ain't know me because my grades was bad, dog. And like I said, I ain't really play AAU till like that year I went with y'all. Mm-hmm. And y'all had me playing the 5 because I could jump. Niggas had me playing the 5 because I could jump. Don't never understand that one. but yeah, dog, it hurt, man. It hurt. It hurt everything, dog. Like, I would say going into my senior year was just like, ain't nobody really know who I was type of thing. Like, they knew all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was playing on the circuit. Y'all was even traveling playing school. So, you know what I'm saying? They knew a bunch of people, but like it could have been real detrimental to my career if I didn't have, like the senior year that I had. Mm-hmm. But it kind of, it made me go that much harder than last year and to make sure I was on top of my grade. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that would have been bad.
Yeah, man. Come on. Yeah. So all the schools, you only had UWM and Parkside. You had no other offers from other schools?
Man, none.
Even after your amazing senior year?
Oh, senior year? No, I had a lot. After senior year, I visited Cincinnati. So before I tell you that, but before my senior year, I go visit. I'm just going to visit schools. My godfather take me to visit schools, just because he like trying to get people to know who I am. So I go visit. I went to visit Green Bay. Dude basically told me like he had never heard of me. He was like, never heard of you. He asked me what schools was recruiting me. I tell him. He was like, oh, well, that's probably the level you need to play at. That's what he told me. I forgot that coach name. Coach, probably I forget his name. But so fast forward to senior year, they in my practice every day. Every single day.
Green Bay.
Every day. Every single day. Every single day. After I get to killing. Practice every day. Just sit down and watch it every day. After practice, I walk right past and go to my every day. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Nothing to say to you. But my senior year, so it was I went and visited Cincinnati. I went to visit Wisconsin, but I was gonna walk on because the year they already had gave what's the name already had that scholarship? Trayvon
Hughes.
He already had that scholarship, so they were like, I could walk on basically my first year and then earn a scholarship. And that's what I was willing to do because that's really where I wanted to go at first. So that's what it was there. and Weber State, Washington State, right? BP got the job to go to Tennessee. Tennessee, that's where was likely where I was going to go with my grade. So Tennessee. Then I had like some small schools in New York. All the top JUCOs in the country, pretty much. Like top 10 JUCOs in the country. Every school in Wisconsin, pretty much.
Yeah, shit.
Besides Marquette, I never talked to nobody from Marquette.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, it kind of opened up. It opened up after that. After, a few good games, and people kind of notice who you is, it opened up the floodgates. I definitely it was a bunch of people, but I just feel like, man, if I would have took care of my grades in the beginning, bro, it would have been way more than that. And I would have picked, where I wanted to go. This was like, you either kind of go JUCO, and see where I want to go. But I feel like if I took care of them grades, man, I could have just went anywhere I wanted. Like, because I was really looking forward to when BP got the job in Tennessee. I was like, oh, I'm going to Tennessee. They came to the crib. Right when he got the job. They were in town. They came to my sister's house on 56 in Burlock. Came to my sister's crib, sat in the kitchen, and they plan was like, all right, man, your grades messed up, so we're going to do this. We want you to stop going to school right now. It was like 3 months left of school. Stop going to school. You're going to flunk. We're going to send you to prep school. Go to prep school, then you come to Tennessee. So they had everything laid out. They send me to Oak Hill. We're going to send you there, then you come to Tennessee the next year. I'm like, bro, I'm not flunking. Fucking school, bro. Like, no, bro. Like, I'm not flunking. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
They're like, no, man. They're like, man, just stop going to school right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to do for you. We're going to see you here, then you sign and come to Tennessee the next year. Make sure your grades straight, you come here next year. I'm like, bro, what? Like,
now that you older, Rick, looking back.
Now I would have did it. I would do it. But now, back then, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I ain't really had nobody to kind of help me with that. My pops was like, no.
Yeah.
No, so you're not doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mom's like, no, but at the end of the day, we say we adults at 18, but I'm an adult. They can't really tell me. But you don't want to let your parents down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't know why. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they was on me. Like, man, just stop going to school. You fail. Yeah, we're gonna send you here. Send me to Oak Hill. Then I go to Tennessee.
Okay. So yeah. So you choose UW, Rick.
But I choose UW. I'm only going to school. I didn't choose UW for basketball. So this was my plan. I'm gonna go to UWM. I'm gonna get my grades my first semester. I'm gonna go to Tennessee. That was a plan.
That's what happened, Rick.
That was a plan. That was the plan from the beginning. That was a plan. They find out, but then, Jeter is the one recruiting me for Wisconsin. Week before school started, Jeter get the job at UWM. Coach Chad Boudreaux was the coach at Indian Hills, one of the top JUCO. Mm-hmm. He get the assistant job. So just 2 weeks before, Boudreaux was calling me to go to Indian Hills. After that, he was calling me to go to UWM.
Yeah.
So I'm really on campus. They find I'm on campus just for school. And man, just come here, They invited me up. I go talk to them. They're like, man, just come, work out. You know, it ain't really nothing. Just come work out. You know, you do some stuff with the team. I'm like, all right, go work out with the team. You know, I just, just started loving everything, dog. And I signed like, I didn't sign there till like 2 months after I started school at UW. I
Yeah,
was just going to, I was regular school.
just regular
I
school.
was just, yeah, I was just going there. I was paying for school. I was just going to UWM to get my grades to go to Tennessee. I wasn't going there for basketball initially.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was just going there to get my grades, bro. And then they was like, come work out. I'm like, cool, I'll go there and work out, stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? But then I got, I got to kicking it with all cats on the team. You know what I'm saying? And the coaches was cool. JT now, Al, all of them. I just, kind of fell in love with the team. I'm like, I'm a sign. That's when I signed later.
Yeah. So yeah, when you signed for UW, how was Bruce Pearl feeling? Like, do he reach out like, hey, I thought you was just going to school to get the grades and coming here, man. Like,
Honestly, he ain't say nothing to me. Like
okay.
it was kind of like one of them things, like, just didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, so
Yeah. 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 Now,
just, just
yeah, exactly. Man, Rick, it's crazy, Rick, that you had a chance to go to Tennessee. And I say that because I've been saying this for years, Rick. Every player from Tennessee is just always like buff and stocky, dog. Like, you would have fit right. You would have fit right in, dog. For real. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, no. The history of their players is like
swole, cut up. They ain't here getting it in the weight room.
yeah. Now, Rick, I honestly thought that and damn, I apologize, Rick, because I ain't gonna lie, I've been telling people this for years, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not even talking to you, but I thought you stayed at UW because you had a kid at an early age, right?
Yeah, I had a kid, but my kid came the next year.
Oh, your sophomore year. Okay,
Year.
your sophomore year. Okay. Yeah, I thought you had it that summer going into your freshman year of college.
The next year I had
Oh,
that was kind of like one of the things that solidified that I'm not going nowhere, because it's, you always think about, at that time you're thinking about
yeah.
other stuff, but that solidified it. I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't about to leave my son.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah. So Rick, you signed with UW. You know, you building a relationship with George Tucker, Al, all them guys. Now, was this experience just like your freshman year experience going into Riverside? Do you feel like you had to learn everything else again, or you was already like college ready, Horizon League ready when you
I
went?
was ready.
Mm-hmm.
I was, man. You asked them cats when I no, it was ugly. Because that year, that was like, Avo didn't supposed to play that season. Avo supposed to red shirt that year, so they had starters, second team, and they had our third team. That was like Evo, all the dudes that was on red shirt. Oh man, ugly.
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 Who was on that?
Ugly.
Who was all on that team? Well, that your third team, the red shirt team.
Me, Avo,
I probably want nobody else. Don't know.
couple big cats, like two big dudes. I can't remember their names though. But man, Avo be throwing that shit up anywhere. Everybody. Like, bro, it was probably like, I think it was Mevo, Miles, and then two other cats.
Y'all
It
get it
wasn't,
in.
yeah, but it wasn't like I would say, like, it was more so kind of more like the knowledge of the game I was learning. But as far as like body and hunger and shit like that, it was oh no, I was ready. They were like several times that year like, dog, we wish you could play this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was no problem. Like no problem. Like none of that skill wise and how I wanted the game. That shit, it was nothing compared to freshman year in high school. Because I knew what to expect. I've been playing with grown men since I was a little kid. So like that, none of that scared me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't worried about none of that. It was really so, you know, man, I was just coming off that season. You know, just love the hoop. Just love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy, bro. I would say it was easy. Like,
yeah,
you know, they talking shit, but I don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was night and day with that. But I guess like the knowledge and the structure of it, because of how Jeter ran his stuff, it was a tight ship. Like it was more so like, and I didn't have to worry about this then, but it was like a tight ship with everything. He wanted certain shit to go his way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was kind of, you know, his way type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was the adjustment, I guess, because it wasn't no more, you know, we don't want you like to freestyle. We ain't giving you the rock. You know, the freshman year, like I said, our third team, they didn't care that we was doing it.
Yeah.
But just watching how he interacted with Chris Hill, he was the point guard. I was the point guard. You know, just kind of just, you know, watching what they had to deal with, watching what Joe and Boo had to deal with, you know, any of the positions that I was going to be playing, learning to pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't, you know, I wasn't really playing a point, so I wasn't really running no pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? So just learning that type of stuff. Defensively, where you need to be at on the floor, because it's different from high school.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. The rotations is different.
Yeah. And go ahead, Rick. Go ahead,
bro.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I heard that Coach Jeter got like militant style, you know, type stuff.
He was, man. He was like, because you know, his coach was Bo Ryan was his coach. So you know that's how he was too. So you know you learning, you know you only gonna learn from who you learn from. And he was like that in the beginning, man. It was like, you know, they made their turning run before he got there. You know, Joe and them coming back, like, man, he is incorporating shit. They like, man, we've been here already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say they had like, man, they culture of coming in their culture, bro, was like some of the best shit that I think I ever been in. Because it was no matter, like they was gonna party, they was gonna kick it, they was gonna do this, but they were gonna play basketball.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how many hills we ran, and we was running 4-5 miles out. No, you coming back to the gym, we gonna hoop, and we gonna hoop for 2-3 hours, man. We gonna try to make everybody better. It was like seriously like a brotherhood. Everybody hung out, everybody kicked it. You know what I'm saying? So when Jeter came in, he was trying to just like, it just seemed he was just trying to. He wanted the team. Like he wanted to show that he controlled the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to put his stamp on the team. And, you know, that's cool, but you know, that's gonna cause some cats to butt heads, which he did. But they still ended up doing well. But you know, like they had a system. Everybody knew what they were going to go on the floor and do, and they were okay with it. That was my first time seeing that. Like everybody, I know dude need to do this. I know dude should be shooting threes. I know we got to get dog the ball right here. And you know, they threw Avo on that shit. Avo was sitting down on Cats 94. And even Avo, like, man, he knew what he was supposed to do out there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that was like one of the tightest brotherhoods that I've been in, you know, going into college. But man, yeah, he tried to come in there on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And was that, Rick, was that difficult for you? And I'm asking this to say, because you have a child and you just signed, you know what I'm saying? And you see how he treating these guys that just came off a Sweet 16 run and all that type of stuff. Are you in your head like, damn, dog, I'm trapped now? Because I'm not leaving Milwaukee because I got a kid and I got a full scholarship Division 1. Did that make it tough for you? Like his coaching style?
For me, in the beginning, I'm looking at it, I'm like, he ain't gonna be on this with me. He recruited me, so he know what I'm on. He ain't recruiting none of them. I'm like, I'm straight. So, next year come, everything that basically I was doing to get off, he don't even want me to do no more. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was like, damn, but at the same time, it was like, okay, now you got to kind of expand your game, to get into the system. You know what I'm saying? So that was a challenge for me, but at the same time, I think he helped me as well. Um, like I said, 'cause they converted me later on to be the point guard. Now, that was cool for me. Shit, I got the ball in my hand all the time. So that's fine. I get that up. You know what I'm saying? But it was just the fact that, you used to doing certain stuff to play, and then for somebody to come in and be like, man, I don't want you to do that no more. Or you can't do that no more. So that was a struggle at first because it was more so like I wanted to be argumentative about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? I had to notice like it ain't gonna change. Like, because at the same time, you know how they feel. If he ain't gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's hard though.
Yeah, man, I'm already knowing. Like that could be very frustrating. Like, dude, you screwed me. You seen what the hell I was doing, and now that you got me under your wing, and now I got to do this. Yeah, that can be frustrating, dog. Now, Rick, on the schooling side, how were you able to juggle staying focused on basketball, raising a child at a young age, and staying on top of your schoolwork? Was that tough for you as well?
It was tough. I would say it was the type of support that they offered though was different. And then like one of the things when I got there, coach was like, they seen like my ACT stuff and all that type of stuff. They was like, no, we know you ain't dumb, so you ain't finna come here bullshit. It'd be different if you was dumb. You know what I'm saying? So, but just like, require study hall. You know what I'm saying? We had an advisor. This advisor's name was Tom Vogel. He made sure he stayed on top of you, like with everything that you had to do. He even helped you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But and then you always on campus. Where you going? They made sure I was on the dorms my first 2 years. It was mandatory. So if you really out here messing up your grades, that's really on you. And then my son, I would see my son, like his mom went to UWM too.
Okay.
So whenever she would come down for class, we kind of made sure our schedule was different. Like, so if she had class, I had them. If I had class, and she had them. You know what I'm saying? Then I would get them anytime on the weekends where I didn't have games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They helped out. I guess it was easy because, it was kind of working together on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the coaches didn't ever trip when I needed to bring them around. You know what I'm saying? If you had to come to the locker room with me and chill, if he was in the dorms with me a little bit, nobody ever tripped about it. They were cool. So it was easy between his mom, my mom, her grandmother. It was pretty easy. Okay. Actually, I would say that most people would think it was easy.
Yeah. Hey, teamwork, make the dream work.
Bro, support system that helps a lot.
Now, man, like What was them numbers looking like, man? Your time at UW and what awards you got, man? I know you tore that up, man. And before you answer that, dog, this bothers me to this day, dog. You remember? I want to say it may have been your senior year at UW. Because remember, I tore my ACL. I went to college late. You remember, I went to Concordia St. Paul.
Yeah.
I left that school that year, but the following year, y'all played them at UW. And I was so, dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was so in my feelings. The first thing, and I'm not gonna lie. I told my guy Mikey, his name Mike Cunningham. He was the point guard. I said, dude, don't play around with Ricky. I grew up with him. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But I remember just coming to that game, and here I am watching some guys I was just signed with, watching the team I was just signed with, and now I'm watching my brother. It was a good game, man. I enjoyed watching that, man. But that was one of the things, as far as my basketball career that, I wish that I was a part of, because I felt like that would have been so dope, man. I think we would have brought the city out, man. You know what I'm
That would
saying?
have been cracking if you would have been able to play.
Yeah,
That would have
man.
been cracking if you was
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, man. So tell me about them numbers, man. Big games,
there.
the toughest guards you had to guard and hold.
I would say the games, man. I say I didn't really start. I had a couple good games, but I would say I didn't really like again my senior year. I really didn't really start having those games to like my senior year. Um, but before that, I was always had to guard the guy that was nice. Um, like a dude from UAB. His name was like Paul Delaney. Dog was nice. Dude from Michigan, Trayvon Hughes was nice. There was another cat that went to who was this guy? Well, in the conference, it was Deshaun Wood. Dude went to Wright State. I think Brandon Cotton went to Detroit. Another cat went to Green Bay. I had to play him my freshman year. Like he was like the leading scorer in the league. I think his name was like Evanako or something like that. Dude was nice as hell though. Dude from New Yola, this dude named he was like 6'7" though. His name was like Blake Schlieb or something like that. He was nice. No, bro, if you was between 6 foot and 6'9", I was holding. I'm holding. You was getting off, I'm holding.
Yeah.
I held Hayward, Gordon Hayward. So I would say his freshman year, I'm like, oh, okay. I sit down on him his freshman year. And then came back his sophomore year, I was like, fam, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Shit.
He everything but 6'8", 6'9", but he's 6'8", 6'9". He lead. This ain't no 6'8", 6'9". Like, his freshman year, I was just bumping him a lot. Just playing on that. He a freshman, just bumping him. Chasing him, he wasn't really shooting. That next year though, so he was in the lab. I'm about to go to the league.
Yeah.
I'm in here with league trainers. Like it ain't sweet. Like all this bumping you doing, I ain't even bothered by it. I'm bumping. He bumping me. It's natural.
Yeah.
Shelvin Mack that played for Butler.
Ooh, I forgot about Shelvin Mack.
Who else? Dog went to Cleveland State. Norris Cole. Even little Ramon Fletcher that went to Green Bay. What's the other name? Brandon Wood. He was at Valpo. He ended up going to Michigan State.
Oh, his name Brandon Wood.
Brandon Wood, man. I had to dog. This nigga never stop running. Shooter, bro. Never stop running, bro. Man, he caught me on like the first few plays of the game. And coach snapping like, bro, you not holding him no more. Bro, he won't stop running, bro. They set traps. Like, He closing me in. He shooting the shit behind the track, catching me and everything, bro. I couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah.
Keep up with him, bro. I swear I couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah. And now you naming all these people. Who ass did you bust? Shit, I know you gave some people some buckets, right? Yo, see
Most of them. Most of them. Most of them. But man, but them cats, they was, you know, it was real competitive, bro. Like, I had a few big games, game winning shots, game tying shots. I think I was second league my senior year in the league. I thought I should have been first because a couple of the cats that was in first when we played him, I sat down on him, but I guess it's league wide. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I was happy to be recognized, but I still feel like
you put in work. Hell yeah.
You know, and I had a young team. My senior year I had a young team. I had the 2 and the 3 was both freshmen my senior year.
Yeah. Now wasn't Ant there too?
Now Ant was there, but that was before Ant was Ant. Ant was, you know, that's when we had Big James, big guy.
Yeah.
You know
I remember Big Dude. He changed get it in.
But you know, Ant was still, you know, he had some games here and there, but you know, after that, Ant was like, it was over.
Yeah.
You got on the floor, Ant was running at you. You know what I'm saying? But he had a little growing up to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, do you had a chance to have a NCAA? Did y'all win the league to have a chance to run? I mean, have an NCAA run?
We lost to Butler my senior year, and then they tried to get us to go. What's that other consolation bracket?
NIT.
NIT. Yeah, we were supposed to go to NIT, but it was something about our athletic director or something. They want us to go or something. It was something weird like that.
Wow.
It was something weird like that, but but nah, man, I ain't get there my senior year. I was salty. I was ready to retire, dog. After that.
Well, hold on, Rick. You had a chance to make it to the NCAA, right? With Jordan, right? Or no?
That was the year I set out, though. I set out.
You did sit out. Okay.
So
But you still went up there. You still went up there though and experienced that, or no?
No, I ain't go. Cause this is the thing. My freshman year, I prop 48 because of my grades. And that's what I'm saying. Like, man, a lot of these kids, man, they need to know, man, that you don't have no grades, man, you can't do nothing. Even then, like, you know, that year I practiced with them, the preseason practice, like before the season start, I was only able to do that. I couldn't practice during the season.
Damn.
For the whole season, I'm just like, you a student. You know, I would come to the game, but you know what I'm saying? It was like illegal for me to even be in practice.
Yeah.
And while they practicing, I'm in open gym. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy because they'll come and practice and watch me hoop in open gym.
Oh man, keep your game tight because I know that was.
The cats was sweet.
I'm already know.
I'm in shape. It's sweet over here.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing, Rick, man. Because like I said, man, I want to I really do appreciate everyone, and especially you, because you know we really grew up together. You my dog, man, and to hear your story, to hear your journey, to lay everything on the table, man, it's really like a beautiful thing, man. And you know the route that you went, you know, because you know nowadays these kids just think D1, I want to go here, I want to go there. Like it's about getting that schooling paid for, getting that degree, and having a plan, you know, A, B, and C. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So everything that you've been through, you know, you're a wonderful father too at that. So I know you on top of your kids, you know, staying on top of them with schooling and keeping their head on straight and everything, man. So yeah, so you graduate from UW, right? All right, so you graduate. Do you get your degree in
Sociology.
What would you get?
Sociology.
Say it again, Rick.
Sociology.
Oh, okay. That's a great major, dog. Like for real. That's
it supposed to be electrical, like engineering, but I couldn't miss school, like pretty much. Like, the schedule with basketball, you can't be. So it was kind of like it was one of the things I had to like. It was a secondary thing that I had to. I was interested in it, but you know, I always wanted to do like I'm doing now. I'm an electrician now. That's always something I kind of figured when that ball stopped bouncing, I was going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I kind of trying to set up for it, but it was a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so man, you graduate though, Rick, and you get a chance to play in the NBA Summer League with the Bucks, correct?
Yep.
So what did you have a lot of NBA workouts, or it was just with the Bucks? And
so, like I said, like after we lost to Butler, like I was like, bro, I was like in my head, I was done hooping. Like I was done. I was done. Mentally, I was like, I'm done hooping. But then I ended up getting a call to go work out for him. I'm like, okay, man, it ain't gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, but at this time, I'm not really. After the season to this workout, I'm not gearing up for it. I'm like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I go work out for him. I do well. I ain't missing no shots. I ain't missing nothing. So that was one workout. Then they, like a couple weeks later, they invite me again. Work out again. Like, okay. So in between this time, I'm actually back on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I go work out for him again. That go well. So then I go one more time, and it was like basically they had everybody that they were taking the summer league, and then they brought in like a few other people to see if they was gonna complete the team. So I go there, have a couple runs, work out. They end up offering me a spot on the team. I'm like, okay, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, that was quite an experience, bro. Like I honestly, doing that, bro, it was like, it gave me that spark back in my life to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was like, man, I was ready to be done. Like, I don't know. It was just like, it wasn't fun to me no more. But because it wasn't going to be no overseas or nothing. Like, I was like done. Like, I'm done hooping. You know what I'm saying? So for that to happen, and that's the only team I got invited to come work out with for NBA wise.
mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, so after they offered me that, a few practices and stuff like that, and but it was just like one thing for me, dog. I would say I wasn't, that 220, 215 frame, that wasn't right for the league. Like I feel like I don't feel like I was in shape. I don't think I was in shape at that time to to really compete with those guys like I was. Like I don't think it was a problem, but as far as like defensively moving, I don't think I was moving as good as I would have been able to if I was 195, 200. You know what I'm saying? And I think just at that time, my lack of like considering that and not being on my shit really affected that part of it. It's like I remember just like going to summer league and one of the coaches pulling me aside, you know what I'm saying, just talking to me about, the progression of everything. And like when I tell you, like, bro, I wasn't missing in these workouts. I really wasn't missing, like to the point Like one of the dudes like went to the hole and like missed the layup, and the coach snapped on him for not passing me the ball. That's how much I'm not missing.
Yeah.
And he just telling me that, and that was like one of the things he said. He was like, one of the things that you would probably have to do is, you have to shed some weight because defensively you have to be better. You know what I'm saying? It was like coming back from, and that was one thing that always stuck with me, and I understood that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even after that year, they would offer me to come back down there and work out, but I just never went back.
Yeah. But so Rick, that you having that workout, playing NBA Summer League with the Bucks, and you said it sparked you back up. I know you, Rick. You got to be in your head thinking like, dude, I got a real chance to make it to the NBA.
Yeah.
Like that part alone didn't motivate you. Like, let me shake this motherfucking weight. You know what I'm saying? Let me grind it out and boom, boom. And on top of that, Rick, they invited you to work out the following year.
I was saying like, and I had this like confidence. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm like, next year I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be on this. I go to Poland. So I would go to Poland, break my ankle the first month in Poland. They cut me, send me home. Then I'm just like, no, this can't be real. So I come home for like 3 months, 2 months. I signed to go to Portugal. And it just like, it brought me right back down to where I was at before. You know what I'm saying? So that year, I would say that year, about to when I came back from Portugal, I just feel like I wasn't at where I should have been at. So I just didn't go work out with it.
Yeah.
I'm saying I was still trying to get my stuff back together with my ankle and stuff like that. And I just didn't think that I was ready to go back and do it.
Yeah.
It was just, a little chain of events, and it just it didn't work out the way I thought it was gonna work out.
Yeah. Now when now you was a professional for 6+ years. I mean, or 6 years, I'm sorry. Because I know you said after UWM that you just really weren't excited, and then you played for the Bucks Summer League and got that spark again.
Yeah.
Then you hurt your ankle, right? Did that bring you down, or you like, the money's good? Like what was you thinking around that time? Like, damn, the money good. Like, let me stay in basketball and stack this bread up.
It brought me down. I say it brought me down because it was like it brought me down because it was like I had to. It felt like I had to drop. I had to make less money to get back to where I wanted to go. So I would say like I was still hungry to play. I guess when I went back over, but it was more so now. I'm just hungry to make more bread. Like it kind of, I still like hooping, but now I'm just really doing this shit because I gotta get some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over here and kill so I can keep climbing, that scale of the money. You know what I'm saying? So that was just my mission every year I came home. You know what I'm saying? That was my mission. That was just my mission to everything. Like, every time they call me with a contract, man, I need to make this. We all out with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think the love of the game I still have, but it was like, man, I gotta get some money, though.
Gotta get the bread, yeah.
I gotta get some paper, like, and I think that it affected me a lot. Like, as far as like hooping, like I would go hoop here and there, but only to get better. I would go hoop. Like I wasn't about to just go hoop.
Yeah.
I ain't about to hoop no bum ass niggas. Like.
Yeah, man, Nick, man. No, I'm with you, shit. No, so I noticed, Rick, that you said like, and when you say like, it's like, okay, I like basketball, and you got people out here that love basketball.
Love it.
So at that time, you just liked it because I needed the money.
I'm getting paid.
You
This
was
is
getting
my
paid.
source of income. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I love that. I used to love that shit. Love it, bro. All day, every day, I'm hooping. I don't care. I'm pulling up anywhere. 3, 4 times a day, I'm gonna do it. So it was just like after a while, you know, it became my profession. It became my job, and you know, I feel like I treated it as such. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't feel like that. After that year, I broke my ankle. It was just like, man, I gotta get some money, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it was for a few years. And I would say until I started playing for this other team in Portugal. Like I spent like a year and a half playing for this one team. They were like kind of a low end team, but I actually like got them further than they ever got in the playoffs. Like we was like a game away from the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And the next year, that team actually signed me to play with them. And then it came back, right? And I think it was just how they ran everything inside their system, like real professional. And they was on me about that weight shit too. Like I got off the plane. They took me right to the facility. You gotta weigh in, they drug test you. They give you they make sure you get your car, your crib, everything. I said they were professional. But I'll never forget that the coach, he was like, yeah, you a fat, he called me a fat ass the first day I met him. So like I was like 210. But in Europe, they smaller guys anyway. So like they showed me to the locker room, bro. I had a weight plan on my locker already, bro. I just got here.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was professional to the point like we'll shoot around in the morning. They'll shoot around in the morning. Then I gotta go work out. Just me. I gotta go work out. Then I gotta go to build. Then we got practice, and then I gotta work out again after practice. That's the type of shit they had me on. Like,
because he called you a fat ass and shit.
but like that season, like I played like at 190. I ain't been one nothing, bro, since 8th grade.
Rick, you dropped to 190?
190, bro. I hadn't been, bro. The last time I remember being one something, bro, was 8th grade. 8th grade, bro. Like I was 220 all high school. So I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, but I ain't never felt better though, bro.
Yeah.
I feel good though. That sparked it back up. Like I was like, okay, this.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I'm out here, whole cat 94 feet.
Yeah.
I would never do that like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, why the hell you couldn't do that when the Bucks offered you the second workout, Rick?
They lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, bro.
Going to 7-day egg challenge.
I didn't know what it was then, bro. I was a little green. I didn't know how to do all that back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So your 6-year pro run overall, do you feel like you were happy with the contracts that you were getting? Because you know, 6 years is a long time to be playing professional basketball, and of course, you wind up putting basketball in your rearview mirror. But overall, would you be satisfied with the contract that you were receiving?
I say 3 of those. The other ones, it was really like I'm trying to get back. You know, I say the first one was good. I say 2 of them, it was like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Like, I'm trying to get back. And then like my last few years, it was like, okay, I'm straight. Like I ain't got to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm completely fine.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You got money to put away. You know what I'm saying? But a few of those contracts, it's like, man, shit, I don't even think I'd tell a motherfucker what I was making to play basketball. But it's cats over there, man. Like, if you gonna believe in yourself, dog, and you gonna put the work in. It's a way to get out of it. It's a lot of cats over there just playing.
Yeah, man, Rick, and
playing for a meal.
playing for a meal. Listen, man, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because you like the realest, man. And I remember watching your games and you sending me links, and I don't know if you remember this, man. Remember that last phone call, dog? When I brought up basketball and you was like, man, Q, I'm done with this shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
money ain't worth it, man. I got a family. Like, I'm done. I'm like, remember I was like, Rick, you done? I'm like, Rick, you got like 4 more years. He's like, Q, I'm done, bro. And I'm bringing that up to say
One of them years.
it was one of them years too. Yeah, you're right. So you put basketball, you got a lot of mileage, in your body. But you put professional basketball in your rearview mirror. And I know once you put basketball in your rearview mirror, is that when you and your brother, or you started working with your dad with the electric company? Like, how did all this Franklin Electric thing come about?
So it was something that was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my dad and my brother been doing it for a long time. So it was something that was going to happen. But it ended up happening a little earlier than expected because I ended up getting hurt and coming home. So I just retired a little earlier. But man, I would say it was just something that was in the works and it was going to happen. But when I finally came home, it was just like, now, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So when I finally retired, I ended up retiring from when I was in France, and I had surgery that year. And one of the things for that surgery was like, man, they like, man, we giving you surgery, you need to come back to play next year. And I ended up leaving like 3 months earlier for free. So they like, oh, you ain't getting paid none of this. So it's like I said, it was something that came. It was like something that had to happen ASAP. Like, so it started off just me and my dad constantly working all the time, and then my brother. After probably about a year after that, me and him was just sitting around talking. Man, we was like, man, we gotta actually make this stuff official, dog, to where we can get these bigger jobs. Just make a name for ourselves and have people entrust in us. So man, we spent a lot of time making the logo, getting all the required stuff that we need, LLC and employees. Right now we actually got about 8 guys. So, what I'm saying? It took some time, but like I said, it was one of them things that came a little earlier than expected.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, for real. Hey, and I pay attention to everything, man. Show them your chain real quick, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Franklin Electric, baby. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I I want to give the audience state flowers too, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Barcode Podcast, as I bring Milwaukee natives, Wisconsin natives, to the show, and they take us on our, their journey. And, I'm hoping that when these kids tuning in, these young men that's in, college right now, I'm hoping they really, really paying attention to the things that all you guys are talking about. You could have been gave up in basketball, Rick, but you didn't. And when basketball was over with, what did you do? You sat down with your father, your brother, and you got a business, you got an LLC. You know what I'm saying? So it's about having a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. You know what I'm saying?
They have a plan, though, because I would say, just retire, bro. Like, like I said, I had my ups and downs to whereas I wanted to stop playing and I continue to play. But man, once that ball got bouncing, you gotta have a plan because it was a rough year, man. Like it was a rough year. Just even though I retired after I got hurt, it's still rough, dog. Like giving that part of your life, you're basically transferring your whole life now. Like you're not being now you ain't noticed for basketball. You ain't pulling up to every gym playing, doing this other stuff. So you're making a name for yourself through something else.
Yep.
It's a complete different kind of identity shift. So, man, like mentally, man, guys, when y'all done, man, y'all gotta be, just mentally ready for that, dog. Cause it ain't the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
I know firsthand. I went through a lot of shit that first year that I ain't proud of, and shit that I wish that people could forgive me about, and customers, friends, family. It was rough. So they take that into account for sure.
Sure, for sure. Now, oh yeah. So you definitely gonna have to send me like your logo, your website, everything, because man, we gotta pump these black businesses out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And what you doing is amazing, Rick. Like people don't eat like, dude. If I knew about a like trade back then, oh man, like come on, dog. Like being a carpenter, electrician, like dog, like you know what I'm saying. But it ain't never too late either, though. But
it ain't too late.
yeah. But come on, hey, now listen, bro. You know I got to put you on the spot, Rick, man. Before I let you go, it's two things I want you to do, man. The first one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna name 10 players, and I'm gonna pair them up. And all you got to do is pick one. Just make it simple, Rick. But it may not be simple because you may get a phone call or text like, "Come on, Rick, man." You know what I'm saying?
The Facebook guys.
Yeah.
The Stephen A's of Facebook, fam.
Oh Lord, don't get me started on them. All right. So here we go, man.
All right.
Dupree Fletcher or Draylon Burns?
Dre.
Okay. Trey Jefferson or Billy Mimis?
Oh, that's out of order. I think Trey a better scorer, bro.
Okay. Okay. Jerry Smith or Dwight Bikes?
Wow. Oh. Damn. Gotta go Dwight.
I got you thinking on what, Rick?
I'm cutting my phone off today, dog.
Hey, last one, dog. Hey, last one, dog. I'll be in motherfucking Milwaukee soon. Quentin Barfield or Quentin Noblin?
Oh, Barfield. Shout out to Q No, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, man. No. Man, 15-footer, man. Like Rip Hamilton, man.
Oh, my life.
Yeah, man. So this the last question, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you were busy, man. And what advice would you give these kids, these young kids right now coming up in sports or just in life general, man?
And I would say we going some of these guys is doing these, as far as athletes, man, you gotta first things first, man, and I made this mistake, man, is your grades. You can't do shit without your grades. Like, you can be ranked this and ranked that, but if you can't get on the court or the field or whatever it is you're doing, you ain't gonna be able to showcase your talent or anything. So I say, man, grades. constantly work to get better. I think about that all the time. Like I played a lot of basketball, but I don't think that I honed in on the stuff that I needed to get, individually work out. Like it was a time where we hooped a lot. A lot of kids this era, you guys are working out, but shit, don't work out to death. Like like you still got to play basketball, but definitely always attempt to get better. Work on your weaknesses. Man, just be a good person, man. It's easy to be a fucked up individual out here these days. Everybody is always trying to get over or get back at somebody about something. And I feel like just being an adult, that's, it's a lot of shit you got to kind of let go and let pass. Just to be a good person, man. It's a lot of stuff now these days that you got to be a little bit more tolerant with. And just let it, if a person is doing something, sometimes just let them be. You know what I'm saying? But so man, definitely them grades, getting better at your skill work and playing, and just being a better person, man.
Yeah. And I like that, Rick, man. We finally did the episode, man.
Hey.
Yes. My brother, y'all, man. I appreciate you so much, Ricky Franklin, coming to the Barcode Podcast, baby, 414. You know, I'm doing it for us. I'm doing it for the city. I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for Wisconsin. We always got the short end of the stick, and we got a lot of talent that comes out of Wisconsin, and especially Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, my boy, Ricky Franklin.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. We out, baby. Love. I love.
Just touched down, back on road. Counting money, man, you know how it goes. Hit the VIP and tell my bitch to strike a pose. Hop in mode.